chapter of the Quran that talks about the merciful of God, the guidance, and to guide us to that which is right and to make us stay away from that which is wrong.
Monica and myself, 29 years since we've started this ministry, and we've always had a dream that this would be a place that would bless our community. And there's no finer part of our community than the youth program that you're doing and the way you're building young people. Can I say one last thing?
Yes.
Because I know that there's a silent auction going over there. And the door is still open, so you want to go bid on those Dunkin' Donut coupons and all that, okay? And Jay Piersky and Cynthia and Monica and I, we've got a couple of side hustles that go on, all right? We've got some downtown, beautiful, furnished luxury apartments that we Airbnb, and we're a part of 2 hotels in Wabasha and Rush City in historic buildings. And so Jay said, hey, let's give away a couple nights, right? He's kind of cheap, so I think it should be 3, okay? So there's a piece of paper out there you can bid. It's worth about $400, all in all. And so 3 days, either downtown in one of our places or in Wabasha. So make sure before the end of the night you bid on us and others, and let's raise some money, right?
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, Jay, me and Pastor Chris met privately, and so we powered what you said earlier, so sorry about that. One of the statements on the video said, over the years, we took 1,000 children to summer camp. I think I need more noise than that. All right, we'd like to welcome our next speaker, St. Paul Police Department. They're here tonight. Chief Todd Axel is here tonight, but before he comes up, I'm going to tell a story about him. Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Yes. All right. Last year on a Sunday, on a summer day, I was laying in my bed thinking about the camp and what I'm going to do this last year for the kids. All of a sudden, as I'm thinking, I get a call. And I look at the phone. Chief Todd Axel? I'm like, what did I do? I know I didn't drive crazy yesterday. I know I didn't bust somebody's lip yesterday, so I don't know if I'm in trouble or not. So I answered this call, I'm a little worried. And then he says, where are you? And then I'm like, I'm in St. Paul, as always. I don't know what you want from me. And then he said, I need you to come outside of your door in 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I will do that. So I come outside, and he pulls up, and I see him. I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, I don't know what I did, but what's up, Todd? What's going on? I'm overcoming my fears there. So he comes up to me, and he says, I have this many gift cards for your camp on behalf of our St. Paul Police. So he pulls up to my house on a Sunday and gives me that to help underserved children in St. Paul. Please help me welcome Chief Todd Axel.
Thank you very much, Mahmoud. What a wonderful man, as you know. I don't need to tell you how amazing this human being is. It's just been such an honor to know you as a colleague, as a city employee, but also as your dear friend, and so I'm incredibly honored for that friendship. So we are really pleased to be here tonight. We have 2 tables, St. Paul members of the St. Paul Police Department, significant others. Thank you for being here tonight. Sometimes it's difficult to pull away from the long week and to do an event on a weekend in the evening after an exhausting week, but this one was easy to fill, because we really recognize the incredible work that you do. You saw the video, you see the pictures, you see the flyers. Mahmoud, your leadership last year, 2 years ago, 30 young people who were able to experience a camp, people who live a lot below the poverty line, lacking transportation, opportunities like most most of the people who look like me have. And then last year, 100 young people being able to go and experience the water, get in boats, do a little fishing, get exposed to the things that they normally wouldn't do. And we, in our line of business, we call those deposits into the bank of trust. Anytime we have a positive interaction with the people we serve, when you have a positive interaction with your youth, it's a deposit into the bank of trust. It's really how we grow communities and make our communities thrive. So we continue to be honored to be a part of your efforts, your vision, your leadership. We're going to continue to do that. You know, this is my last 30-some days as St. Paul's Police Chief after serving the city for 33 years. And it's been quite an honor. And I don't get to over here in Minneapolis very often. As a matter of fact, we usually have to show our passport at the Mississippi River and leave some breadcrumbs to make sure we're able to find our way home. But it's always great to get on this side of the river and to meet new people, meet new friends. And so with that, I will just say that we're going to continue to be here for you, with you, supporting the great mission that you do each and every day. So thank you so much.
All right, our next speaker, her name is Zainab. Now, I thought I worked hard until I met her. Last couple of years, her and Jelani has been forefront almost every single night, fighting for justice and justice and justice. You would see them at 3 a.m. and 3 p.m. They maybe got like 2 hours of sleep. And she's also running for State Senate District 63 in South Minneapolis. But she's not here for that tonight. She's here to support young people. Please help me welcome Zainab.
First, I'd like to greet all of you with a greeting in Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salam means peace, for those of you that don't know. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. You know, I was thinking about why I was coming tonight, what I was going to talk about, what this organization means, why I wanted to do this. And as a young person, I know what it feels like to live in the state of Minnesota. I know what it feels like to be a young person in this country. And I know how important it is for young people to have programs that this incredible organization is providing. And, you know, to have 1,000 kids go on camping is incredible, but we need to have 30,000 of them, right? We need to have more of them. In order for that to happen, yes, and I think it's possible, but in order for that to happen, we need to all invest in the organization. We need to invest in the work that can be done. And that means giving some of your dollars tonight, whether you're giving $1, $100, $100,000. It's worth it. You know, it has an impact. I know Mahmoud and the work he's done, he's my predecessor at CARE, and I know it's because of him and Jaylani why I'm able to do this work. But I really care about young people, and as a young person, I'm lucky because I'm not a statistic with the achievement gap in our schools. And it was teachers who've taken me on college tours. That's why I attended university, and he does that. And we need that to continue. And in order for that to happen, please invest in this and invest in his work. Thank you.
I know tonight Sarah Glover is here, and she's from the Minnesota DNR. Sarah? She has given fishing things, camping, hiking, so much equipment last year, so we'd like to thank you for that. Our next speaker, Jennifer Simmons. Last year, Jennifer, me and her met her at the airport a few years ago. So last year, she also called me, and she said, I would like my daughter to volunteer at your camp. And I said, that's really nice of you. That's very kind. So her daughter came to our camp. She did a great job. She even met new friends at the camp. So that experience was such a great experience that Jennifer and Jason, the parents who are here today, and they're here tonight to support our organization. If you could both come up here together, that would be great. Jennifer and Jason, please help me welcome Simmons.
And so when our daughter wanted to volunteer, and Mahmoud, we've been friends for a long time, I have to be honest, I never realized your organization was this big. And I feel kind of silly because I knew his heart, but I didn't know the impact he was making. And Please give him a serious round of applause. This doesn't happen. This is a dream that came true, that he worked hard. And there are so many beautiful people in this room that have made that work beautiful. I can tell you honestly, I don't know what Jason's doing, but Abby and I are going to be there. Oh my gosh, I never got to go to camp. I'm going to camp. You know, I mean, it's beautiful. You see these beautiful little babies. They don't know they're different. Nobody's different. We're all the same. We're all children of God, loved by one another. Being called to love one another. We're in a church. We're experiencing Ramadan, Easter, and Passover at the exact same time this year. God is good. And we get to serve, and that's all Jason and I do, is we serve and we help, and we want to be, my joke is I want to be professional glue. I want to hold things together. I want to stick the right people together. And Mahmoud has done that.
If you have children in your home, I think the kids today need to be
You got to play with sticks and
pushed
stones.
a little bit sometimes to volunteer to get out of their comfort zone. And I can tell you this, our daughter, she's 18 now, she's a senior in high school, so last summer when she volunteered, she is not the most outgoing person in the world, right? She was so nervous. I'm going somewhere, I don't know anybody, all I know is Mahmoud, and I don't really know him that well, you guys are
She was worried, but we have a love and respect for each other where we just know that we love God. And so I know if you don't have kids or you have kids, come volunteer, come work at the camp, come see what they're doing, sponsor a child. We don't need to sponsor children in Africa. We can sponsor them here in Minneapolis and St. Paul to go camping and have fun. And all under Mahmoud's stream. Thank you.
We have so many families who are on our waiting list to go to summer camp. And tonight, we can make that a possibility. So to move forward with our fundraiser, we have Jelani Hussein. You might know Jelani Hussein as Care Minnesota, but I know him as something else. I know him as a young man, summer camps, young adults, engaging with young people, since he was probably 20, in early young adults. So he also has a dream to one day build a camp here for us in Minnesota.
Thank you, Mahmoud. I want to start off by greeting you all with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings be upon you all. I have the honor of standing in front of you and asking to support this wonderful organization. The easiest part of the night is the fundraising, because every single one of you did not come here by accident. You have a deeply connection to this wonderful organization and the work that Mahmoud is doing. I've known Mahmoud for a long time. Mahmoud has been someone who has been resilient and focused in really serving our youth. I tried to pull him away to other projects. Mahmoud always comes back to the youth. Summer camps have a unique way of impacting children in many ways. I remember taking kids to a day camp, summer day camp. We took them to the St. Croix State Park. And until today, I see those kids. Now they're no longer kids, they're kind of grown people. But that camp has still had an impact for them. And for me and the organizers of that camp, it was probably not the most strongest effort, right? It was not the most biggest camp. It wasn't the most well-organized camp. But even the smallest camp have the biggest impact on children and can completely change your trajectory. It did for me. And my first summer camp was in, I think, 97. And from kids who came from Somalia, and at that time, you know, we survived a lot. Except we came to Minnesota and we realized there was something called ticks. I'm telling you. And I remember being in the tent and someone explained to us what ticks are and how small they are and how you can't find them. And for a group of kids who survived the Civil War, ticks were a huge deal. Every single one of us was working on trying to figure out where the tick was going to go, all the heated parts of the body. But we fell in love with Minnesota, and we fell in love with, the great outdoors. Our state.
Tonight, he's here to support our summer camp, and he's here to say a few words. Please help me welcome Dr. David.
I want you to understand, I've known Mahmoud for a number of years now, and we've become very good friends and spent many hours talking and discussing and just talking, how can we partner together to transform our communities? First to transform ourselves, then our marriages, then our families, then our communities. And what you're seeing tonight is the tip of the iceberg of what Mahmoud is involved in, the tip of the iceberg. We've been up to his office many times. We meet at Perkins about once a month. In fact, we met last week, Mahmoud and a couple of our Muslim friends. Over the years, I've had the privilege and honor, now it's been over 3 decades, of working with many humanitarians who are heroes in transforming their communities, most of them working among the youth. And what I see in these people is something common, and that is character of love and joy and peace and patience and kindness and integrity. And Mahmoud displays those, and he is one of my heroes.
I would like to welcome Jay and Cynthia. They have actually been to our camp so many times over the years. For 5 years, they ate lunch with us. They always come and have fun. And so they are very good supporters of our summer camp. And please help me welcome Jay and Cynthia.
Mahmoud for, probably 10, 11 years. And it's been a pleasure to watch him grow up. So.
Grow up, okay.
We've gone and visited his camp many times. We've helped him. We've been at how many different camps? Sibley and Whitewater and now what's Corona, Lake Corona. It was a lot of fun helping him to even find that camp and go there and just visit. And it's really neat to watch what happens in the kids, the smiles on their faces. And just, these are kids that, this is the first time they've got in a boat, and did a trip around the water, or got in a kayak, or just to have them watch fun and, get in the water and stuff. And we've both been to visit his camp. And
I grew up going to camp. I had the privilege of going to camp every year, all different kinds of camp. And I thought that was just a normal part of childhood, and to find out that that's not true, these kids, to have this opportunity to do what they get to do, it's been really fun to watch. And I know it's transformational. It was transformational for me. I know it is for these kids too.
yeah, so we just, we want to just ask you, our friends to support Mahmoud in his camp. It's a great effort. What he's doing is changing lives. He's doing whatever faith tradition you're from. He is doing the work that God has called him to do, and he's helping kids that have a need. There's a need there, and he's taking care of it. And it's so we really applaud you, Mahmoud, and thanks for what you're doing.
Awesome to help these kids go to summer camp. And also this donation that we're doing tonight, it will help us throughout the year. I remember before the pandemic, we used to take a lot of kids to college tours, just so that after high school they have a goal, they have a potential, and they don't fall through the cracks. So this will help us with those kids, bring them back to those college tours, bring back all our programs so these kids can grow and have a bright future.